Hey guys, Stubby here. Today we are going to show you how to order a grain bill via our website. We've had a few people ask exactly how to do this, so we're going to run through and show you a few different ways of how to do it. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to pick a base malt, and you can find base malts via the ingredient on the top menu. You can look here, there's all the different grain malts, the caramel, toasted, roasted. So the first thing we're going to do is pick our base malt, and you can reach that also via the vertical menu on the left hand side. So we're going to click here on the base malt, and that's going to take us to our base malt page. Also too, you can look here on the left hand side. You'll notice that there is a way you can filter out the grain by color, origin, and or type. But the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to pick us some base malt for our first recipe. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look here at this Breeze Pale Ale malt. But you'll notice this add to cart function here. All that does, if you click that, it'll actually go and put 1 pound in your cart. But we don't want to do that. So we're going to click on the other picture, for example. So us here at Texas Brewing, you'll notice that we do sell all of our grains by the ounce. But unfortunately, we don't have a way of putting in 1 pound, 1 ounce, or 1 pound and 6 ounces. So what we have to do is we can convert that. So for example, if we want to put 10 pounds and 6 ounces, we'd put 10.375 into our quantity. So one of the things you'll also notice too, that we have to, if we want the grain milled, there's a box on each one of the grains, and right here on the pull down menu, you select. So we're going to want these milled. So I'm going to do the pull down menu here and select yes. And then if you would like to have your grains put together with one particular recipe, you click down here, and we're going to say this is going to be our first grain bill. So we're going to click on our grain bill 1. Then we enter our quantity. And let's see, what we can do here. We'll do 12.5 or 12 and a half pounds. Or that would be 12 pounds, 8 ounces, right? So we're going to say not look at the cart right now. And we're going to go back to our menu, and we're going to look for a crystal malt to go back into this recipe. So back to ingredients, crystal, caramel, and crystal malts. And we're going to look down and find us a Breeze Crystal 60. So what I'm going to do on this one, I'm going to just add to cart just to show you what exactly it does. And let's look at our cart, shopping cart. And if you notice here, on the first one, it says, yes, the grain's milled. And then the second one, grain bill 1. But you'll notice here, it doesn't say anything underneath there. So us here at Texas Brewing really don't know what to do with that. So you might get a phone call if you don't see that, if we don't see that, because we don't know if you need it milled or not. Okay, so we're going to go back and edit that, and that takes us back to the page. And you can do this too. If for some reason it's messed up, and you can come back and change it. It's real easy. So we're going to do grain milled and put it in grain bill 1. So we're going to put 0.375. So okay, and let's go back to the cart and look at it. Okay, if you'll see here now, it says grains, both of them went milled, and they're both going to be in grain bill 1. So both of those items would be combined. Okay, so let's do a second recipe so we can show you exactly how to do this. So let's do, I want to look at, let's do a English beer. And we're going to click here on the Muntins Pale Ale Malt. And we're going to select yes, we want the grain milled. And we're going to put this in our second grain bill, so we're going to have 2 different beers or recipes. And let's do 13.8125. So that would be 13 pounds and 13 ounces, right? And let's add this to the cart. Okay, so Let's get some crystal malt for this particular recipe too. Okay, so we're doing an English beer. We can use the filter on the left-hand side here to look at only crystal English malts. So if you notice here, these are all English crystals and numerous different types. So let's go ahead and go with a Crystal 77 for this particular recipe. And we click on that. And let's see, how much do we put in this one? So first thing, let's select, yes, we want this grain mill. And then this is going to go in our grain bill 2, right? So let's just put a half a pound of this crystal malt in this recipe. These aren't really recipes, we're just kind of giving you an idea of how this thing works. So if you'll see now, our grain bill 1, both of those will be combined, and then the second one, they'll both be milled, and grain bill 2 will be combined in 2 bags. So you have 2 bags, grain bill 1 and grain bill 2. Let's say, for example, though, however, you want to get some, let's say some chocolate malt or some dark crystal malt, and you don't want it combined or you don't want it milled. Let's just go go to the toasted and roasted section. And let's just pick, let's see, just for curiosity's sake, let's just do some Breeze Midnight Wheat. So we click on that there, and then we don't want this one milled, and we want this in a completely separate bag, so we put that in grain bill 3 and add to cart. Now I'm just adding 1 ounce, it's 0.0625, that's the default. So let's take a look at the overall cart now. So if you see, there's going to be 3 different bags, grain bill 1, grain bill 2, and then grain bill 3. So hopefully this will eliminate some confusion and make it a lot easier for you guys to order. If you have any other problems or questions or anything of that nature, please feel free to give us a call at 1-888-285-5532, or you can reach us at info@texasbrewinginc.com. That's Texas all spelled out, brewinginc.com. Or you can always use the chat function that you'll notice on the right-hand side of the website. We're there most during business hours, so you can always do that.